Okay, that was actually perfect.
That was epic.
Yeah, I think
we all did it.
Alright, hold on.
I don't think Tim did it though.
No, I did.
Alright, I had to do that so that way I know, like, this is the spike.
Yeah, this
not
is the
some
one.
of the other ones.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the one.
Alright,
Okay, there we go.
Alright. We're ready.
Good now. Yep.
There we go. There's a big spike right there.
Alright.
Okay.
Let me look at all the pins.
Alright,
So is it
I
begun now?
guess I'll start it. I guess I'll start it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's begun.
Yeah, go for it.
The
Ethan.
official opening. Alright. So, welcome guys to the Bootleg Podcast, as Nick would like to call it. We're not really sure if that's going to be the official name, but I'm here with, like I said before, Nick, Evram, and Tim. You know. So, let's just
Oh my god. Yep, so this is basically just going to be our podcast, and we're just going to talk about stupid shit. We don't know what we're really going to talk about. Depending on this becomes like successful or not, we may or may not have a schedule. But for now, I think what we're really mainly just doing is just messing. Oh my god, dude! I'm just, Evram, since you're just like a Chad yourself, why don't you explain, Mr. Chad?
Wait, what are we
Veronica
explaining?
Slayer?
The schedules, basically.
Oh yeah, look at you. Yeah, look at you.
I guess we'll just all introduce ourselves.
No, I already did
He
that.
did that for
no,
us.
but just like, hey, I'm Tim, and then like, whoa,
Hey, I'm
good.
Tim.
Oh,
I
oh.
got this picture of
fuck.
kebab right here. You see that? Yeah.
Whoa!
we said we can't say.
Oh my god.
Whatever,
Oh,
it's fine, it's
alright,
fine.
I'll get rid of
Continue.
it, we're good.
No,
Continue.
you gotta edit that out now.
No, we won't. We
Yeah.
won't. But nah.
We ain't popular
No one's
yet.
gonna
We don't
watch
have to
the
worry
first one.
about getting judged.
What did I tell? Yeah, what did we say about the N-word in any
We'll just
capacity?
bleep it. We'll bleep it.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah, we'll bleep it. We'll add like a bro
Yeah.
sound.
So,
Bro
Tim,
sound
Tim,
effect.
who is the renowned
Bro,
racist.
Bob. All right.
Bro, Bob.
Nick, who is also a renowned racist. And Evram, who may or may not be a renowned racist.
Hey,
in the...
At least Nick.
I'm
didn't
not
say
racist.
something.
I just
Racist.
dislike minorities a tad bit more than my race.
Okay.
This is a
Anyways,
great
as I
start.
was saying, anyways, moving on. As I was saying before, we're kind of just testing this out right now, so we may or may not make this a serious thing. We'll definitely improve on it if you guys enjoy it, but we're just basically going to talk about random things, whatever we feel
Alright, we can get-
seems relevant.
It's for the
We
fun.
can get started,
So,
though.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let's
jump
not
right
drag
into
this on
it.
for too long. Alright, so we kind of have like a nice little schedule going on here, like this little agenda, like you would have in the in your third grade classroom. A nice little agenda.
nice little post-it notes.
We can cross off introduction. Now, the big question that you've probably all been waiting for is how are you guys doing today? What were some key parts of your day?
Wait,
What?
I thought that was supposed to be like in the notes, like directed towards the viewer. Like,
No.
Well,
oh,
yeah,
what's up,
because
guys?
they can tell us right now.
Yeah, because
Well, no, it's just like when you start a podcast, it's like,
Because
yo,
I'm
what's
sure
up, guys? Welcome to the poop.
yeah, because I'm sure the two chimps that are actually going to be listening to this on YouTube
Well,
that have actually made it to this.
It'll be me, you, Evram, Tim.
I'm not gonna
and
listen
then
to
a few
this.
other
Carter
losers.
True said he listened.
Well, you're gonna listen to the finished product. I'm gonna make you.
Oh, okay.
Carter
Yes, sir.
said he listened. So
I'm gonna try
Carter,
not to talk too much. 'Cause
How are
I
you
don't
all
like
doing
hearing my
today?
own voice.
All right, Nick. How about Ethan? You start. You're the first in the Discord.
Yeah, let's go in that order.
I am the first in the Discord because I'm pretty much God.
Yeah, let's hear about your day.
I don't know. I had a pretty average day today. I feel like the highlight
Wait!
of my day.
I just realized the Discord thing goes in alphabetical order.
Yes, I know that.
Congratulations.
Damn. All right. Anyways, continue.
All right, so so I think the highlight of my day today was probably having lunch with Nick and Tim. Nice little wholesome message.
Whoa! Hold up!
Touch.
That really can't be the highlight of your day. Clearly, you Snapchatted me. During you can't sit here and tell me that was the highlight of your day. You know the
Wait,
rule.
what?
You're gonna have
You should explain the story without saying the
Please
kid's
explain.
name, though. You can't say the kid's name. Just
for
describe
privacy
what he does.
purposes and everything in this podcast, when we explain stories,
I also
we will
don't
do our
want it to be
best
too obvious about who it was.
We will also
Yeah, it
protect
doesn't
the
matter. Who
privacy
cares?
of any story we
Alright,
tell.
so everyone, you're probably not very familiar with this retard in question.
Yeah, this character.
Yes, but Nick and Tim definitely are.
Oh,
So
boy.
I'm going to the bathroom before.
Well, explain how you encountered this man, how you first met.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Oh no, not the bath. Don't start with the bathroom part. Start with why it's so
no,
funny
I
that it
encountered
was.
that guy like a long time ago. Like I've known him.
Okay,
for, like, a
well,
little bit.
if anything, I'm gonna have to give the first part of the story about how we first encountered this
Okay.
nice young man.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's see. Well, one day when I first arrive in the lobby to school, right, I go up and I talk to some of my friends, right. I see my big group of friends that I usually talk to in the morning. I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm like, let's go talk to my friends. I'm like, this is because that's what I love, you know. I love going to talk to my friends, and I just love to socialize with them because that's my favorite thing to do. So I got there, I start talking to people. I'm like, oh yeah, talking to some people. I'm like, how you guys doing? Like, what's going on? And then this kid just comes up to me, and I don't know him. I've never seen this kid in my life. We're gonna call him Sheldon for the sake of privacy.
Young Sheldon, bro.
What's up, man?
So
I
young
think young
Sheldon
Sheldon.
over here.
Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon
Sheldon.
over here starts talking to me like we're pals. He's like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, okay, maybe this kid's like a little different. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. That we just had a 5-second conversation about a pair of shoes or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, that kid probably just was looking for someone to talk to, so we fit in the group. I'm like, that's fine. Flash forward a couple weeks later, right? It's the new semester, so I get my new lunch, and I have my lunch with Ethan and Tim and some other individuals. So we're all sitting at our table, and we have a really, really funny lunch table.
yeah.
Like, we love to just laugh and clown on a certain individual who we will not name for privacy purposes. But so we always have a good time, and I'm sitting in line, right? And I'm getting my lunch, and I'm checking out. I'm scanning my ID. I'm doing my own thing. I'm getting my nice cherry Coca-Cola because that's what I love. That's what I love, my Coca-Cola. And I specifically remember hearing young Sheldon behind me, and he goes, "Yo, hey Nick, what's going on?" And I turn around, and I'm like, and it took me a second to like process. I'm like, who the fuck is this kid? I'm like, who is this kid talking to me? And then I'm like, something wire snaps in my brain. I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, it's young Sheldon. I'm like,
It's funny because
I'm like,
that's
oh,
not what you thought. But that's what you have to think.
yeah. I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, oh, nothing much. He's like, can I sit with you guys at lunch? He's like, I fucking hate my old lunch table. He's like, they're irrelevant and they're assholes. Can I sit with you guys? I'm like, sure. I'm like, I don't want to be a dickhead to the kid, you know? Like, I obviously want to be nice. Like, I don't want someone to feel like garbage about themselves because I said
we
no.
might as well give him a chance.
So I'm like, yeah. I'll give this kid a shot. Maybe young Sheldon isn't so bad, you know? Maybe he's not as bad as his fucking NBC counterpart, you know?
I know what you're saying.
Anyways, the kid sits down at our table. I still haven't even learned his name. I forgot to mention this. This is the key part of this.
I knew his name before you knew his name, which is incredible.
For 2 weeks after I met the kid, like from the lobby, I never thought to ask his name because I thought it would be just like a one-time conversation. So I sit down and I'm talking, and this kid starts randomly telling me his life story, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, he starts talking to me as if I'm like his like homie or something. I'm like, he's like, yo man, he's like, everybody be talking down on me. They don't know who I really am. I'm on that grind. There's one key phrase I will not say
That's
because
true.
it'll definitely reveal the identity of this individual.
I
But,
think I know what phrase you're talking about.
but you definitely know what phrase I'm talking about. I'll go type it in the Discord right now. Do you want me to go type it in the Discord?
Yeah.
Why not?
All right, I'll type it in the
yeah,
Discord,
go ahead.
and you will be able to identify him within probably half a second. Here we go.
Dude, it's his, that's his motto, bro. That's his motto.
Yeah, that's it, right? So he's
Yeah.
spewing this like it's like his religion or some shit, like it's pseudo Christianity. So, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of I can tell Ethan is like so confused, and after lunch the kid just leaves. He doesn't talk to us after that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was so confused, and like Ethan comes up to me. He's like, "You even know that kid, bro?" I'm like, no.
No. This is the best part. This is the best part. Is that I was sitting there and I was like, oh, because I knew the kid and I was like, oh, I don't really like this kid. But if he's Nick's friend, he's Nick's friend. Because that's what I thought. Because he was talking to you so closely, right? And so I'm like, okay, he's just talking to Nick. But then you keep giving me these looks, like you're looking me dead in the eye for like
I
half
do remember
the
that.
lunch.
I'm looking at you.
And
I'm like,
does he? Do you like this kid? Like, does he just like know? Like, what's going on? But I'm thinking the whole time, like, all right, he's probably Nick's friend, or he probably knows Nick. A friend of Nick's a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
We
I was
get out of
thinking the same
lunch.
thing.
The kid finally leaves, and Nick looks at me, wide eyes, like, who the fuck was that
Dude, I
kid?
remember that. Nick looked so
oh my
confused.
god.
He was like, "Yo,
Oh my
who
god.
is this man?"
All right. Here you go. Here's my key part of my
So
day now.
yeah, this is how this
transition
plays
back.
into Ethan's day. Yeah.
This is like a
Good
record
old young
scratch
Sheldon
Didn't he
back
keep
in
showing
time.
up to your lunch table too after
Yes, but we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, no.
that? Okay.
All right, so I'm in my U.S. history class, right? It's like 600s kind of stuff. I go to the bathroom. I'm just there because I just need to take a fat piss, right? You know, I need to take a fat piss. So I go over there.
Sheldon.
Then I see I see young Sheldon coming in from the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh god, I hope he doesn't like I hope he doesn't like try to say anything because I like to just take my pisses in peace, right? So then I hear him going to the stall, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be so funny. I'm gonna tell Nick that Sheldon just went in and took like a fat shit. Like, this is gonna be so funny. Like, he's gonna laugh his ass off. It's gonna be great. Another kid walks in, which makes the story twice as good. And then I hear from the stall that Sheldon walks into. Young Sheldon decides to sit down on the school toilet. Probably even stand up a little bit to make it echo even better. Like, the reverb was insane. And just rip atomic ass on the whole bathroom. Not once, but twice. Some Hiroshima and Nagasaki shit on us.
Oh my god.
And I immediately decided to send that to Nick and some of the boys.
Oh my god, I remember. I remember sitting in. I believe it was. What period was this? Was it D period?
It was D period. It was definitely D period.
Yes, I remember sitting in algebra class, right? And I'm working on I'm working on my homework or my worksheet, and see a Snapchat pop up on my phone. I'm like, oh, I wonder who it is. So I look at it and it says Ethan. And I'm like, oh. And usually when Ethan Snapchats me, it's just like, oh my god, this is gonna be
good.
really, really
Oh, yeah.
funny. This is gonna be good. Like, Ethan doesn't Snapchat me.
I don't like to use Snapchat, so whenever I Snapchat you, I have a lot of credibility.
Oh yeah.
So. Oh my god! I open the Snapchat and I read, and Ethan just has this look of disgust on his face, like absolute, like just. I can't even explain, words can't put together, the face I saw on this man. It was absolute loathing for his current state of what he was in. He had this putrid hate for whatever experience. And I look at the face first because that's my first reaction because that's just human nature to look at the face before you talk to someone before you listen to them or you read a text if it's on Snapchat.
Very good.
So I'm saying to myself, I'm like, damn. I'm like, what could get this kid so disgusted? I know Ethan well enough. I'm like, there is no way he just something ordinary happened and he's absolutely mortified. And I finally read that nice little black text box, and let me pull it up because I need to get the full emphasis on whatever he
Make
said.
sure it's young Sheldon.
of course, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna put in young. Oh my god, if my phone doesn't work. So I open my phone.
Oh, I'm so funny.
And the first thing that I see is young Sheldon just walked into the bathroom, opened the stall, sat down, and ripped atomic ass. And like the first thing that I'm sitting there reading this and I'm processing, I'm like, what? I'm like, what would possess you to take the time out of your day to tell me that you heard someone walk into the bathroom and like probably shit themselves? And as soon as
my mic.
And in all honesty, at first I questioned it, and then my inner caveman came out, and I started laughing so hard. I could not stop laughing.
Dude,
Oh
no.
my goodness.
When Nick,
Oh,
we have
man.
like a group chat for this in Snapchat, and Nick sent that picture to the group chat, and I saw it, and I thought the same thing, and I was in like the library, so once I like thought about it, I literally was like shitting my pants, but like I couldn't be too loud, so I was just like crying like silently, like laughing.
You do that. I remember when I was saying that thing to not
The
young
guy,
Sheldon,
yeah,
but
the other
we'll
guy.
call him. All right, so the kid that we
Retard.
just said is young Sheldon. This other kid is Sheldon.
Yeah, the boy.
Or
boy
actually, no.
Sheldon.
I think a better name for him would be Pickle Rick.
Yeah, it would actually.
So, oh my god, what was I even talking about?
What you told him?
Pickle Rick.
Oh.
When you told him when he
Oh
corrected
yes,
your
yes,
stutter.
yes. I said I went on a huge rant to Pickle Rick, and I look over. I didn't even think it was that funny. Like I was just like, just doing my own thing because I think like over exaggerating, ranting about stuff that doesn't deserve it is like really funny.
Yeah.
So I look over. Nick is on the verge of tears, and I look at Tim, and he's literally crying, tears going down his face. And he's completely silent. Not a sound comes out of him, and he's just crying with a smile on his face.
Wait, when was
That
this?
was
When
probably
was
like a
this?
This
Give
was
me
the
gist.
rant about ripping
Oh,
open.
you were gonna.
Yeah. So when you,
Oh my god!
Anyway.
I remember I like literally fell off the bench.
You almost
wheezing.
did.
I was having an asthma attack.
It
I was
was-
laughing
dude, it
so
was
Those
hard.
those freshmen behind us probably think that we're retarded.
oh yeah.
No. In all honesty, all like 6 tables that surround us, they probably think we are like the pinnacle of like DM.
Dude, especially
Like,
the
they-
girls that sit like right behind me. They probably get so fucking
Oh my
annoyed.
god.
They looked at us like we were the scum of
Yeah, I
the
know.
earth.
Because
Yeah.
we
We
shit on
probably
Pickle
look
Rick
like
so
the-
much, and some of them are actually like friends with him. And we just shitting on him the whole period.
Pickle
Oh,
Rick. Oh, what a guy.
God damn.
Oh man.
So hot. All right. Avram, how's your what?
Yeah, how was your day,
Your
Avram?
day?
Aside from our days.
It was okay.
Yeah. Nothing eventful happened.
Yeah.
Just the funniest part was probably me getting that Snapchat from him.
Yeah.
It was so
that's
funny because it was like a pigeon had just found a phone. He was like looking down at it, like trying to peck at the phone and eat it. You were just like
Yeah, I was
staring down
looking-
into the camera,
yeah,
like
it was a bird's
like it
eye
was just
view.
like you just unearthed an artifact.
Of
Yeah.
atomic ass.
And you're just like, yeah, young Sheldon just ripped atomic ass.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
and that was great.
I'm pretty good at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
Nick, anything
Yeah.
more eventful than that happened? Yeah, like what?
I mean, I really, I don't, there are 2 things that I feel, take the spot for the funniest thing that has happened
Yeah.
to me today. One, I completely do not think is appropriate to explain over this podcast.
Oh yeah.
probably-
Was
did
it
you-
what you were
did you
talking
talk
about at
about
lunch?
at
Oh,
lunch?
by the way, I'm Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's is how I was talking at lunch how 2 let's call them,
don't even say the
uh,
gender.
political parties
That's
really
good.
really want to murder me right now because of let's call it a verbal misunderstanding.
He's pretty much
um,
like ISIS compared to like
Yeah,
of everyone. Like everyone's against them.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
usually people are they're like the Democrats and the Republicans never agree on anything, but I think the one thing they can agree on is their dislike of terrorists.
There you go.
Yeah, let's just say that like the Democratic Party. Let's put it in perspective. One is the Democratic Party. One is the Republican Party,
They
and
communicated.
they both were. I would say like I don't know, butting heads in regards to me, but apparently I wasn't clear with some words, and now they both want to obliterate me and like literally knock me off the map. So,
Yeah, Moabs are coming your way.
Oh,
my
shit.
friend.
yeah, so I mean, aside from that, yeah, my day was pretty good. I got to play Kahoot a couple
That's pretty
times.
yeah,
Everyone clapped
that's
my
nice.
cheeks in Kahoot. He literally clapped my cheeks.
Oh, I
so-
clapped everyone's cheeks at Kahoot in Spanish.
yeah,
well,
I mean,
so
it's not really fair.
Yeah.
But Tim, how was your day?
Mine was pretty good. I mean, I took an English test that I honestly didn't know fucking half of, so classic shit right there. But aside from that, it was pretty good.
Classic Tim.
It was just your average day for Tim,
Yeah.
Not a whole lot special, but that's fine. I don't need special every time.
Yeah, I
Alright.
mean, as long as it's a good day, it's alright.
Yeah.
No, if you don't have any complaints,
I'm not
I'd say
like
that's a good day.
depressed, so
I'm
Alright,
pretty
be
sure.
happy.
I'm pretty sure that can be agreed upon. Don't you guys agree that like
What?
having a day where you have no complaints is like
Yeah.
Good day.
You know
I
what
would
they say? A day when you don't have to use the AK is a good day.
That's true.
Which
Yeah.
means that every day of my life has been pretty good.
That's good.
Okay, thanks.
The day the school
Alright,
shuts down permanently.
You guys want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
we
It's
spent
the
20
vacation.
minutes
It's
now.
the
Yeah.
vacation topic.
Yeah. What did
Yeah.
we do over
All
vacation?
right, yeah. Yeah.
I-
all right.
I didn't-
Well,
I didn't do
explain
much.
to
Say
the
it.
folks
I kind
at
of
home. No, explain to the folks at home what February vacation is.
February vacation is when you take a
Okay.
week off of school in February.
last week of
Yeah, that's
February.
pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
Yep,
So okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
So everyone probably has the same exact story as I do. We kind of just sat at home, played a game called RoboCraft, started up a Minecraft server, which we've been grinding out,
Hey.
and yeah,
Same.
that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I obviously did more than that. Like,
feel you.
I did stuff outside, but it was nothing really that eventful. Like, I was hanging out with Tim at Chris's party.
Yeah,
which
our
was
friend
nice,
Chris's
but,
party. Yeah.
Like that wasn't super eventful. That wasn't super eventful.
It was
but
fun.
that was probably like the most notable thing that happened that week.
Yeah.
So it was just
Now,
a
okay.
chill week, which I'm glad to get.
All right, like I know we might have like an order, but I should explain because this is like a story of just how much of a fucking troglodyte I am. So, fucking beginning of the break, right? We're like it's like Monday morning, I think, or like Sunday morning, and I wake up at like 9, 10 almost, and I just I go to brush my teeth because I keep my hygiene well.
Hygienic.
Yeah, I'm very hygienic. I keep care of my teeth because I have like 3 caps because I took shit care of my teeth when I was younger. So I'm just in my bathroom.
Well, I mean, you just don't want to smell like shit.
Yeah, that too.
You don't
that
wanna-
too.
Your breath to smell like you just literally ate a dead rat's
Yeah,
ass,
that
but
that too.
that's okay.
That too.
Yeah.
I got some bad morning breath, but that's besides the point. The point is that while I was brushing my teeth, right, I have an iPhone XR, and it has facial recognition, right?
Mm.
So like,
Okay, that
Small
was a
flex.
humble brag.
yeah.
brag.
No, but this kind of goes very into the story, right? I use facial recognition to open my phone, and I'm trying to use facial recognition. I'm just like facing it towards me, right? But it won't work, and it just keeps saying like swipe up to unlock. I'm like, just fucking work. So I keep like putting it up and down so they'll recognize my face.
Looking at your phone.
But I have like my toothbrush in my mouth. I'm like still brushing my teeth, so I guess it just couldn't tell my face.
Wow.
And then my troglodyte phone is like, sorry, you can't use Face ID. Too many failed attempts to look at your face. Type in your passcode. So I'm like, all right. I don't use my passcode a lot, but I remembered it. Like I remembered it, like what it was. I type it in, but I fucked it up. It was wrong. I put it in again. I thought I got it right, but it was wrong again. Then I'm like, hold on, what the fuck? I put it in the third time. It still doesn't work. Now I'm like, did I
Damn.
change my passcode?
Damn, that's the world we live in, dog.
I ended up locking myself out of my goddamn phone for
Wow.
about 2.5 days. And
You know what's weird is that you could just hold your phone up, like if you have one of those X models, and then like you literally just hold it up, or like someone could just like be trying to figure out how to use it, and then they could just lock you out of your phone.
Yeah, I forgot
That's
my
true.
passcode.
Like the Face
apparently.
ID is kind of retarded compared to Thumb
And
ID.
I literally
That
locked
is
my
true.
phone out. So then I like tell my parents like, I locked myself out of my phone, and they're like, how the hell did you manage to literally disable your phone? And mind you, I
How do
used
you disable your phone when
Is
it
this
looks
why
at your
you weren't on
fucking
your
face?
phone? Is this why you
yeah,
were on your
that
Android?
like 2.5
Oh
day
my
period that I wasn't on my
God,
phone
I'm
really
done.
was because I locked myself out of my phone. I literally
Wow.
forgot my passcode, and I put it in so
Everybody-
many
Oh,
times.
I think
that
we have
it
the new
totally
Elon
disabled
Musk.
my
If
phone.
Dom locked himself out of his phone, he would just like
He would,
off himself.
yeah, he would literally commit.
He's absolutely addicted to his
Oh
phone.
my
It's
God, he is.
insane. Like
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, one of my superiors said that Dom was like a phone addict, and like they kept on saying that, and I was like, all right, like that's just like some older person that's like kind of pissed off, like because they're using their phones because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
But then every fucking day, Dom kept on using it. Like, it's insane. Kids will
No.
literally sit in the front of the classroom, use their phones, get told to put it away, and then pull them back out. It's like I don't care about that. Obviously, if it was my classroom, I wouldn't care. I would not give a shit if someone was using their phone. But what do you think is gonna happen when the teacher says, "Put away your phone"? You're sitting at the front of the class. You're not even like under the desk, like on the top of their desk. They keep on using their phone. It's like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Oh.
Like what? Like like how are you this
No.
stupid? Just
Dude, but like he is.
like at least hide it if you're trying to do it. Like
Yeah, I know.
don't do
Yeah.
it when you're in the front of the fucking classroom. and you've already been told to put it away.
What I can understand is like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone has used this strategy at least once, is to like put like a semi-thick phone, like a semi-thick book,
Like
on your
folder or
desk.
something. Yeah, then
Or
like
like a
just use it
folder, or
behind it.
stack your stuff, and like put it to the side of it and use it behind it, or like literally
Yeah,
open
yeah.
a book. Like I don't think it really takes a Homo habilis to figure out that strategy. It doesn't take like a basic Neanderthal.
Yeah.
I think if you gave a chimp a phone,
They would be able to figure it out.
Eventually.
they'd be able
They
to
could
figure out.
Be secretive.
Maybe I should hide it. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
what was
like
that over?
when we hang
Were
out,
you trying to
I
say
didn't
something?
when I like hang out with
Okay.
Dom, like literally we'll hide his phone like for the shits, and he'll literally fucking tear up your house to find the goddamn phone. He'll literally fucking jump on you and like threaten to strangle you and be like, "Where's my phone?" And it's like, calm the fuck down.
Where's my super suit?
Yeah, like that's basically. He's like, "Why the
This says a
fuck
lot
did you
about our
move my
society.
shit again?" It's like, calm down.
Bruh.
You...
Oh my god!
Oh my God!
Clap, clap, clap. God damn it, you're such an asshole,
Sorry.
Tim.
Shout Tim.
Sorry.
Well, we
dog.
don't have to cut
I
out like
get
30
used to these
seconds. Just
things.
cut out the
Yeah, I know.
the word that shall not be said.
Because now I have to like
Yes.
sift through
I'm
the
sorry,
whole thing.
dog. I get comfortable. It's gonna take some getting used to. I gotta remember that this is for
The
people that
public.
don't use that
Yes.
language. Yeah, I'll get
Alright,
used to it. But yeah,
we were on
Dom,
vacation, weren't we?
he's a silly boy.
Tim, I don't. Did you do anything interesting over vacation? Because I want to do Nick last because I feel like you had the most interesting. vacation.
I aside from being a troglodyte and locking myself out of my phone, I can't really say I did much else over break.
All right. Well,
I did go to a Celtics
Well, shall I
game.
tell the story
That was about it.
of us trying to go to that laser tag place just for like a quick
Ah.
30-second one? No?
sure.
All right. So there's this new like
Here we go.
laser tag arcade place in town. So we can say Evan's name. He won't care. But we were like planning to go there. But Evan was like, "Oh, that place is literally meant for 5-year-olds. My sisters went." That's what they said. Like, "Oh, well, Evan's a retard, so why would we listen to him?"
Yeah. Also, it's like just because your like younger siblings went doesn't mean that like
Yeah,
it's
plus, like,
exclusively.
that's
for
what I
you
hate.
know, like anyone,
That's like saying your
any age
older-
could
your
use
younger siblings
like an
can do
arcade
that.
machine. So yeah, we were just
Yeah.
going mainly for the arcade.
Wow.
Like we didn't care about the
Yeah.
laser tag or like bouncy house
Arcades are
thing.
fun.
Yeah,
dog.
laser
Anyways.
tag's pretty cool too. Like we were just like, yeah, whatever goes. Like maybe
Mhm.
one game of laser tag, then just like arcade kind of shit.
Then we walk
Yeah,
in,
that sounds
we
fun.
walk through the doors. We're just standing there, like trying to figure out what to do. The woman at the cash register says, "Are you guys ready to go?" And then we just say no, because we look around. We look around. The place is just littered with 5-year-olds. It was just so bad. Like, if you take a step in any direction, there'd be a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Evan, we were just
Damn.
like, Evan was right. Then we walked out, and guess, you want to know what we fucking did? You want to know how we just complained about the 5-year-old place? Do you know what we did after that? We watched How to Train Your Dragons 3.
It's dragon singular, Evram. You fucking retard.
Okay, well maybe I'm not poor enough to only own one dragon. Maybe I own multiple dragons.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, if you
damn.
were so rich, you wouldn't have to buy a book on it. You'd have someone personally teach you how to.
It's a
train your
movie.
dragon. Or you'd
And
have
also-
someone else train your dragon for you. You wouldn't even have to read a book on it. So shut up, poor boy. You only have one goddamn dragon.
Anyways, so pretty much we're just
No.
retarded because we were like, oh, this place is for 5-year-olds. Then we watched a 5-year-old movie.
Oh yeah, apparently it actually apparently other people went there and it's not really.
It's not bad.
It's not as bad as we thought. Like
What you
some
probably have
people
to do
said
is
it's,
you
like,
would
10
have
and
to go-
12-year-olds and, like,
you would probably
a
have
few,
to
like,
go-
14-year-olds and
Dude,
stuff.
fucking
You would
melee
you would have-
them and laser tag little 5-year-olds with an actual knife.
There's probably like a birthday party.
You
or
would,
something.
what you would have to do probably is go on either a Friday or a Saturday night because parents are going to take their kids out on nighttime. I don't know how late that place is open, but
Yeah. You have to
But-
go on like a night. Yeah, you're right.
If it stays open past like 7,
Yeah, it's open till 8.
yeah,
probably wrong.
yeah, but like the
Oh yeah, that's true.
like
It's only
what
open
I
till
what I
8. It's kind of
what I was
retarded.
talking about
Oh.
was like going back to that before how Evan was saying like there's like oh that's for 5-year-olds. Like I really don't like that stigma of like how if something like if like a certain demographic of people like it, how it's instantly catered to that group of people. Like
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah,
facts.
like
we
like,
always watch little kids movies, mainly just to
Yeah.
make fun of them, but still.
yeah. Well, what I'm
It's still
saying
fun.
is like what can I use?
If you
like,
enjoy it, you enjoy it. Don't like let
Yeah.
the fact that it's like
yeah,
made
well,
up
I
for
mean, like,
parents
yeah,
and
but let's
8-year-olds
take
ruin
let's take let's see,
Minecraft?
What's like a kid? No, what's it like Pokemon? Like Pokemon?
No?
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
like, listen, okay, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that a majority of like kids in our generation grew up playing the Pokemon games on the DS and like buying
Mhm.
the cards and stuff, right? Like, you guys have
Mhm.
all of you guys
Yeah.
have definitely played at least one game, right?
it. Mhm.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
It's like it's something you grew up with. So if you hold it near and dear to your heart, and like it's like sure it's targeted towards kids, but like just because someone enjoys it, I don't really think like if someone enjoys it on the down low and like plays it and like thinks it's cool, like yeah, good for you. Like I can support that. I can get behind that motive.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
like there's a difference between when you cross that fine line of like being a total weeb and like
Yeah, that's true.
cosplaying stuff and like acting like a child. Like, it's one thing to be a child at heart. Like I'm pretty sure everybody can like relate at least once where like you've seen something that's really brought back memories from your childhood and you feel like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
kid again. Like if that's what makes you happy, then yeah, like you can enjoy it in your free time. But if you like literally come to the point where like it's like your obsession and you like dress up as it, you wear clothes as it, and like you can't talk about anything but that. Like you feel the need to like rope that into every
Yeah,
conversation.
probably just
Yeah,
a weeb.
that just
that-
kind of
Too
applies to
obsessive.
everything as well.
That's when I feel like liking something that may be like viewed
Difference
like
between
down
like and
upon.
obsession.
Yeah, there's a difference between like and
It's-
obsession.
yeah.
And, like there's that fine line of like
Yeah.
enjoying.
And obsession's normally
Oh yeah,
not
speaking
that
of obsession, and which could also kind of be a synonym for addiction. What'd you do over your vacation?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, over vacation, I enjoyed a nice vacation trip with my family. We went to the Dominican Republic, and their like gambling laws are a bit different from the United States,
Mhm.
obviously, or they may be the same. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it varies from state to state. I'm not gonna go.
They're probably
saying
the same.
anything. It might be the same, but I actually I take that back. The way they like ID you is a lot different. So obviously in the United States it's a lot more strict. You're gonna have like you're obviously gonna ask for your ID at the door, but in the Dominican Republic they're really like laid back. They really don't care. So knowing this, I tried to get into a casino and I figured they were gonna ask for ID. So I go up to them and they're like, "Oh, are you 18?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm 19." He's like, "Oh, you got ID?" So I'm like, shit. How am I gonna do this? So like, I reach into my pockets and I pretend I'm looking for something, and then I'm like, I forgot it back in my room. And he's like, whatever, just go in. I'm like, oh, no way. So I go in there and I start playing blackjack because I love blackjack. I learned how to play blackjack from my dad, and I'm doing good. I'm like, damn. I'm doing good. I come in with $100 in the first night, and I leave with 150. I won 50. I'm like, damn. I'm like, nice. Like, this is nice. And I'm like, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna test my luck again. I go back the next night. I break even. I go in with 100. I leave with 100. All right. I'd say that's with a win within itself. Going in with $100
You're
in a
having
game
fun
where you,
for no charge, pretty much.
yeah, you're playing with the house's money.
That's
you're playing
true.
with the house's money. It's in a game where you have a 47% chance of winning. I'd say coming out and breaking even after putting down $100 is a win within itself. So I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, awesome. I go back the third night and I'm doing so good. Like, and with our like room or whatever package we had ordered with our trip, it came with like a $10 coupon. So like I could turn it in and get $10 in chips. Then I was on a streak. I have a strategy where I start betting off small, the minimum $5, and each time I win a hand, I would put $5 on, and then take everything back. So I would slowly build up upon my wins, and I had gotten to winning like 4 hands in a row, and my bet was up to like $25 in chips. I was like, all right, I'm doing good. And the thing about the coupon is like you can only use 1 per night. Like you couldn't say if you had 2, you couldn't use 2.
Yeah.
So, because they really wanted to prevent you from
just stacking up on coupons.
Just stacking up on
going
coupons.
Like $200 and cashing your chips immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do that, and I don't know. I decide I'm doing really good on this hand. I'm having a streak. I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna throw on this $10 stack on top of my bet.
Yeah.
And then she pulls another 10, and she's got a 26, and that means I win. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I just won $35 in chips. And I was on a roll, and I put another $5 in chips on, and I won another hand. So within 2 hands, I had won $110. I was like I had already doubled what I had come in with, and I was like, oh my god. And I was freaking out. I'm like, this is awesome. And unfortunately, I did not leave when I should have. Any advice for anyone playing card games for the first time in a casino? Leave when you have more than what you came with, because I guarantee you will get ballsy and you will make the wrong move and you will lose your money. I ended up walking away $60 in debt that night. Oof. And yeah, all the money that I had earned that was lost within 1 night.
Damn.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's
that's the game.
So I said it's an addiction. Some people just like they don't take the hint after they're $60 in debt. Luckily, you did. But some people just don't take the hint that they should be leaving, and then they just kind of fuck themselves in the ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Hold on, give me a sec. Then I'm gonna bring up the next topic for us.
All right.
It's like yeah, like that's the way she fucking goes, boys. Like I gambled away.
Yeah. I mean, I played blackjack with my parent before. Like my dad had me play it when I was like 10. I actually programmed a freaking blackjack game on in my programming class, which was kind of fun, not gonna lie.
Would you program it on Scratch?
No, not Scratch. No, we put it in QB64, if you even know what that is. People that take programming in their school would know what I'm talking about. It's actually pretty cool. The other thing we did was annoying. It was called Visual Basic, and it was like the stupidest thing I've ever done. I hated it. QB64 was like way easier.
Really? What was that like?
But yeah, I would just say if you go to my school, don't take Intro to Programming, because Visual Basic is AIDS. Well,
yeah. Another piece of advice.
Yeah.
If you do attend our school, do not ever take Evan, what was the course called? What's the exact name of the course?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Is he here?
You ready for the next topic?
Hold on.
It was
Hold up.
exploring graphic art.
Exploring graphic arts. Do not ever take that course.
It obviously didn't help Nick very
no matter
much.
What. Yeah, I think it actually had a toll on my mental health. Yeah, it was clearly worse.
You can just look at
But-
if you could see Nick's Discord symbol, which you might not be able to see, but if you could, you would see why.
Yeah, I was introduced to Photoshop, and quite frankly, we have created
Oh well,
we've,
that's
o-
gonna be
we've
our,
opened
that's
yeah.
gonna be our puzzle. So.
All right,
Yeah.
good.
we've opened Pandora's box, as
Oh,
you guys will
also,
soon see.
obviously, I don't think anyone's gonna watch this one, but if anyone does, that isn't just like being forced by us to watch it at like a lunch table or something. Then let us know if you like what we're gonna do, because at least if it works out properly, we're gonna be building a puzzle of a shit post that Nick made. And, I think that'd be a good format. Give you a little bit of visual excitement while you're listening to this.
So you're not sitting here just twiddling your fingers in your ass crack, looking for that, looking at.
Alright, shall we go on to the next topic?
Yeah, this is CNN. Also, there's another thing that's up for, changes. I decided that a good little way to fill up some time would be to add a little CNN headlines corner where I'll go over the headlines, and also don't go into political shit because it's going to take too long.
Yeah.
But I'll just read off some headlines that I think might be fun.
We ain't no politicians around here.
From before, yesterday I was looking over this just like to show you guys that it was kind of funny. Today it's not as good, but we have another thing about R. Kelly, who after pissing in a underage girl's mouth is now going to jail, not for that, but for failing to pay child support.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
I mean, in all, I know we said no political shit, but I'm pretty sure everybody can back this claim. I fucking hate. I absolutely disgust pedophiles.
Oh yeah,
they are the most disgusting. They are the most disgusting.
How old was the person? I thought it was like I don't know everything about it, but I thought it was like a.
Yeah,
like
she wasn't. I mean, it's still.
I wouldn't really
fact.
consider like a 16-year-old like. I wouldn't call them a pedophile. Like, obviously, they're like having sex with a minor, which is like a serious offense.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go as far as like call them a pedophile and say that they're disgusting stuff if it's like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a well-developed 16-year-old. There's a huge difference between like a 12-year-old and like a 16-year-old.
Then I back up. It's still, regardless, it's still like a federal crime. It's still a federal crime. You got like, yeah, people have different viewpoints if it's like an older like teenager, I guess, like late teenager, but
late teen. Like I think 16 to 18, it's very gray.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
But the age of consent is different.
Anything
it's like,
below,
in some states it's even like 16.
Anything below, honestly,
anything below is fucking disgusting.
If it's a child, I feel horrible.
Y'all know? Wait, hold on. I think it's like children. Japan. There's like
Japan has like 12.
Yeah, the one it has like 13, 12,
disgusting.
and it's like
it's still like frowned upon to like obviously do that with someone who's like 12, but
it's legal,
it's still legal.
Which is just weird.
Well, I think I'm gonna do air quotes legal because I'm not really sure. If
it could have changed, but I know I've seen.
It's not a federal crime, but I don't know how Japan's like politics or like their laws work. It might be like the national like set point is 12, and then like every city or like county or whatever they separate it by has like their own personal age that's like almost always over 12 or something like that.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense.
I'm gonna look at Japan so we're not shit talking a country. That's just
yeah.
Yeah, we really.
Listen, they've made some kinky shit, so I wouldn't be that surprised. 13.
It's 13.
I mean, like
that's still fucking low.
At least it's a teenager, I guess. But like, I don't know, man. That's like early. Like, maybe you start masturbation around that age, but that's about all you should be doing.
Hold on.
Yeah. All right. Oh my God. Wait. So, actually, speaking of funny news, I know this is sort of relevant. You might know some about this, Ephraim and Ethan, because you keep up with the official podcast because of course we're the Bootleg Podcast. But so what's the name of the company? I forget that develops Borderlands. What's the name of that game company?
Oh, this thing?
Yeah. Who is
Gearbox? Oh, the Gearbox thing!
Yes. So
I don't know about
this.
My God.
The CEO of what's his name?
I don't know.
I forgot his name. But anyways, regardless, the CEO of Gearbox, Tim. I don't know if you've heard this.
I probably haven't.
This is so funny. Okay, so basically, the guy who owns the company that developed the Borderlands games, he had he had his work USB stick, right? And I don't know why he felt the need to carry it around everywhere, but
Well, also, like, who uses a USB nowadays?
yeah, who uses a USB?
Yeah.
Like,
Even if it
who's,
was
like,
just for work, like, who actually
even if it was
carries
for
around a
work,
USB
who actually
with them?
who carries it around? Like,
Yeah.
what's so? I don't know.
Troglodyte.
Yeah. Anyways, he decides to watch some porn on his laptop.
Oh
right? His
my-
work
oh
computer,
my
by the
God.
way. And he, for some reason, decides he wants to save this one for later. He's like, oh, I like this one. He's like, think of it as like putting leftovers in the fridge. Right? He's like, oh, I'll pull this one out later when I feel like
when I feel like
having an enjoyable time.
Yeah.
So he downloads it onto his USB stick with the development of the new Borderlands game. So he's got the data for the new game and some porn video on his
No,
USB
no,
stick.
it wasn't actually like a real porn video either. It was like
It was-
some shitty recording of like a cam girl.
It was a cam girl. So you know, like those cam girls that like, you know, work for donations or whatever, and if you donate X amount of money, they do whatever you want.
yeah.
So he was watching one, and like, I don't know how, but like she, I don't even know how to explain this really. She, fuck.
Is this not PG?
Really?
Hey,
It's
all
not.
right. I think I have a better grasp of the story. So pretty much the guy he said that he was taking it, just like for the shits or whatever. Then the reason it was found was because he actually went to, I forget, it was either a stadium or a theater.
No, it was medieval. It was medieval times.
Oh, medieval
restaurant.
times! Yes, it was
Yes,
medieval
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
That's what makes the story so good. At medieval times, he drops the USB stick, and someone picks it up, puts it in, and it's someone who they think is underage doing that. Because I guess it was like one of the, that's it was like just 18 kind of shit. So they
Yeah.
thought that it was someone who was underage. So they start getting in contact with all sorts of fucking news outlets saying like this guy's a fucking scumbag, he's a
Pedo,
pedophile
yeah.
scumbag, and the guy's like, he's like, no. She was of age, but he does. But you know, so he says that, but he
No,
still
Tim,
admits
the
to
reason-
carrying around.
The USB with
Ethan,
porn on it.
You're forgetting the literal explanation.
part.
You're
No.
forgetting the best part.
Didn't he say that he was carrying around the videos to try and make an algorithm that fights the videos or something?
No. That's
Oh,
not
he
even-
did. He did at some point, but that wasn't like the final statement.
What he tried to back it up with was okay. So
Oh boy.
obviously it was a single female on one video, and
Mhm.
she had to make herself. How should I place this word? The female version of ejaculation, let's call it. And she had done this, and he was so like.
Oh my
bewildered by
God! You're
this.
right. You're
You're
right.
forgetting the most important part of
Yes,
the
yes,
story.
yes. I remember this now.
He was like so bewildered by this, he didn't believe it. He's like, "Oh my God, she must be faking it or something."
This
so
must
when-
be a magic trick.
He believes that it's he calls it a magic.
Oh yeah.
He claims that she was tricking everybody and was really doing a magic trick. So he downloaded on the USB stick because he was too busy at the time, and he wanted to go back later and learn how to use the different camera angles to do a magic trick. He was, I guess he has never like pleased a woman and like to that extent in his life that he felt the need to refute a case against him with the claim that
She's doing some magic.
He thought it was a magic trick, and that's the whole
The
highlight of
magical
story, is not
liquid
that, like, he was
queef.
found- like it's one thing, like, yeah, okay, the dude was found having porn in his USB stick. Like, okay, I'm pretty sure like every person has at least viewed porn at least once in their life, and sure, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
He
a
did
big
weird thing.
deal.
But
It was the fact that it was downloaded to a USB stick that he claimed to be from work after someone said that it was an underage girl.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
getting defensive about the fact about
and-
that, then changing up the story.
I don't understand like the mentality, how like he thought that like, oh dude, it was just a magic trick, magic. I'll show her magic.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
Like that's like when someone backs you into a corner and like you've really just run out of everything that could really seem valid in a story, and you're just honestly sitting there like, dude, it wasn't even me. Like say you text someone for something really stupid.
Yeah.
Like say you text a girl something really stupid, and like you're like, oh shit, I really regret that. And you give all these excuses like, oh my God, I was so tired, it was the middle of the night, and then you make some other bullshit like, oh my God, I was drunk. And And then, like, when all of your other options are exhausted, you're sitting there and you're like, wow, how could I really just, like, make myself look really, like, smart? And then, like, this broken light bulb pops up over your head. Oh my god, I'll just blame it on my friends. Then you throw your friend under the bus. The next thing you know, you've got a whole other can. This is essentially what he's doing. He's making a clown of himself, and I think it's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard. It's really so funny.
Classic.
I can agree.
But I think
Anything else you guys been doing? Any skills you're trying to learn?
any skills? What, like in Minecraft?
I don't know, anything. How you like? Is there any like big project going on in your life? Anything that you know?
Well,
No.
speaking of skills, I have quite a skill in my book. It's called ending this podcast.
I believe everyone has a very good
Yeah,
point there.
that's a good
We're
point.
hitting about our 30-minute mark, 25.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
about to
so
be
it's
at
a 9:05.
25 almost.
Hey, everyone, did any of you guys download Tabletop Simulator?
I could
yes.
get the money to buy it on my Steam.
Shut up.
All right,
Ending the
well,
podcast.
all right, guys. It's
Stop.
been really,
Yes.
it's been real nice. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, or if you
You're a
checked
G
us
if you
out,
listen the
if
whole
just
way.
skipped to the end,
Just want to say.
giving
Yeah,
us the
but-
satisfaction.
As our god Matt Pat would say, that's just a theory.
A game
Game
theory.
theory.
Thanks for
Er,
watching.